Hello, this is Candy from eyes2jesus.blogspot.com, and welcome to my August planner tour, planner setup. So which planner am I currently in right now? Well, I have gone back to one of the type of planners that I love very much, and that is Happy Planner. And this is a Happy Planner Mini, so it's a 7-disc system instead of the classic 9-disc system. And I really loved my Happy Planner Mini that I was in last year. The problem was the biggest diameter discs that I could get that were aluminum and not plastic were 1.5 inches, and I just used Staples Arc brand. But I really would have loved to have gotten 1 3/4 inch aluminum discs by Happy Planner, and they have those now in various different colors. So I have some, and I have these 1 3/4 inch diameter aluminum Happy Planner discs in the color gold and also in a nice metallic blue. The gold is my favorite because it goes with just about everything, and I think it looks nice and classy. So giving you a tour of my beautiful chunky mini Happy Planner. You'll see here the front cover. I love this. It says make your own magic, but what I really love about this is the floral. I just think it's really pretty, and it goes very nicely with my metallic aluminum gold discs. And then the back cover, I love that heart, and again I love the floral and the colors. So yeah, I got this mini Happy Planner from Michaels, and I got the discs from Michaels. Between Michaels, Hobby Lobby, and Joann's, I can only find the aluminum discs at Michaels. And I've been to 2 different Michaels, and the 2 Michaels I've been to, neither of them had the aluminum discs in the planner section. They have a separate section of memory planning, and they have Happy Planner memory planners there. And at least the 2 Michaels that I went to, it's the Happy Planner memory planner section. They have the aluminum discs, and then they have the plastic discs in their regular Happy Planner section. But you can also order these off of the meandmybigideas.com website as well. And they're great. They turn really nice. Alright, so going inside, another thing I wanted to show you that I really like is the inside cover of the Make Your Own Magic Planner. Is so pretty that for a while this was my cover. I had the inside of the back cover as my front cover, and then the inside of the front cover as my back cover. And I like the option because I love both sides of this cover so much. I like the variety that I can just switch back and forth. Alright, then my welcome page is a laminated divider from last year's mini Happy Planner Mom Life Planner. I just snipped off the tab and I have it laminated. It's the one that says, I'm a mom, what's your superpower? And I just love that. And on the other side of it, I just have our family picture washi taped on. And then I have one of the Happy Planner plastic tabbed dashboards tabbed at the top. I believe this is from the set from last year's Happy Planner Girl line. So it's the polka dot one that says Plan a Happy Life, and I made it into my dashboard. So you can see on the front I have various Happy Planner sticky notes, and then on the back I have a like 93-cent or something to-do list pad from Walmart. And yeah, they're under $1, and they are super handy, and it is sticky. Alright, and then this dashboard, I like having the tab here at the top, because if I want to turn to my grocery list, it's right after my dashboard. So I just grab the tab and flip it over, and it brings me to my grocery list. My grocery list is just some of the pretty Happy Planner note paper. And I have several sheets here, and I hold them together with a Happy Planner magnetic bookmark. And this is just where I write down when I'm running low on things or out of something. I write it down here on the front. And then on my day that I designate for doing my office work, I will sit down and then I will rewrite these along with what else I need for my menu planning into a list that goes in the order of the aisles of the store that I shop at. So yeah, this is where I keep my grocery list. Alright, so turning past that, we come to my 5 main dividers. Now, As far as I know, currently, Happy Planner Mini does not make dividers where you can make your own sections like they do for the classic and the large size. So what I did was I just picked out 5 dividers from different mini Happy Planners that I have that or like 2017, like from the Mom Life Planner and a few others. And I just picked out 6 dividers from those, and then I just labeled what I wanted the divider to say. Yeah, so if there was a month on it, then I could just put washi tape over the month and then stick on a label of what I wanted the divider to say. But I think most of my dividers were from undated mini Happy Planners, so I didn't have to cover up any date, if not all of them. I made these last year and I'm still using them. So my 6 main dividers are labeled Homeschool, Budget, Notes, Contacts, and Planning. Now, if you recycle a mini Happy Planner divider to use as a section divider, you'll notice, yeah, the back of the divider is going to have half of a monthly calendar on that. So you can just stick on some scrapbook paper, washi tape, stickers, note paper, whatever you would like. So that's what I did, and then I laminated them and labeled them. So here's my first section labeled Home, and this is my homemaking section. In case you are new here or you haven't seen my planner tour videos, this is my brain. Everything is in here. Alright, so my homemaking section. So first I have my daily chores. And then I have my children's cleaning chores and my children's table chores. And then I have my deep cleaning projects and organizational projects. And then I have my master grocery list. And I just skim over this list when I'm making my grocery list for each week. It just reminds me, if I skim over it, a lot of times it'll remind me of something else I need to get that I didn't put on the list. And I just have a little flag or tab sticking out from the top of my master grocery list, and that's because my menu for the week is after that. So if I want to turn to it quickly, I can just grab my little top tab here and turn the page, and it brings me to my menu for the week. And each week I sit down and I plan out our breakfasts, lunches, suppers, including the side dishes with each of those meals for each day of the week. Alright, and then after that, I have breakfast, lunch, and supper ideas in some lists. I reference those lists in helping me to create my menu plans, and they are also handy for when I have a day where I have to change what was on the menu and we have to do something else. Then I can just reference these. So this is my list of breakfast ideas. And then lunch ideas and supper ideas. And the supper ideas is, of course, the longer one, so it continues on to the next page. Now, I use little flags to mark, as you may have seen, to mark where I am on my list, where I left off. So that's just to help me not to keep serving the same things over and over, and that we continue to have variety in our menus. Alright, so then after that, I have a little sticky flag that I put on as a side tab here, and this marks my recipes section, where I just have my recipes. Now, I don't have all my recipes in here. These are just the recipes that I cook the most often or that I like to have in my planner and that aren't in my head. And the recipes that I don't do as often, I just go to my cookbooks for. So the recipes I currently have in here are bread, banana bread, granola, egg casserole, biscuits, baked oatmeal, baked pancakes, baked custard, pizza crust, pizza casserole, cheeseburger casserole, chicken and dumplings, crock-pot beef stew, sweet spinach salad, creamy potato soup, cowboy beans, crock-pot chili, hamburger stew, salmon loaf, meatloaf, no noodle lasagna, zucchini casserole, white chicken chili, egg bread, ginger cookies, oatmeal cookies, bread stuffing, broccoli marinade, sweet potato casserole, pumpkin pie, coconut vanilla or chocolate custard pie, cabbage salad, election cake, unleavened bread, almond bread, cherry limeade, blondies, cranberry or other types of cobbler, lentils and rice, butternut squash, baked spaghetti squash, baked acorn squash, baked chicken, baked fish, roasted Brussels sprouts, sweet potato fries. And then I just have a few blank sheets in here for writing in any other recipes that I may decide to have in my planner. And that concludes the homemaking section, or the home section of my planner. So the next divider is labeled school. I am a homeschooling mother of 4 children. My oldest has graduated, is grown up, and is on his own now. And my last 3 that I still have home that I'm homeschooling, I have 1 in junior high and 2 in high school. So this is my homeschool section. If you saw my planner tour for last month for July, I told you that my homeschool section was under construction. It's just about complete now, so I can go ahead and give you a tour as I have it set up for the new homeschool year. So going inside, the first page in there is my homeschool schedule. And then just have a little sticky note on there to myself. And my homeschool schedule is divided into columns. The first column is titled When. And then the next columns after that are the days of the week that we school. So underneath When, instead of having times, it's more like around certain times. Like for example, the first row under When is before breakfast. And then across the board, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is silent Bible reading. And then during breakfast, across the board for all days of the week that we homeschool is family devotional. Next one is after breakfast, and now we're divided up into squares on what we're working on what day after breakfast in our homeschool. We homeschool Monday through Thursday, so 4 days a week. Friday we usually do light informal homeschool, and we school year-round with the exception of the month of July. Alright, so yeah, that's our homeschool schedule. Alright, and then the next 2 pages after that is our current homeschool course of study. And I homeschool my children via the Trivium method, so I don't just buy one curriculum pack. I never have. Sometimes we will make our own curriculum. Sometimes I get curriculum books from several different companies. Saxon Math, Modern Curriculum Press, Becca, Christian Liberty Press, Bob Jones, etc. And then, yeah, I put together the course of study for the new academic year based on the Trivium method. If you're unfamiliar with what the Trivium method is, Google it. It is fascinating. And that's how I've always homeschooled my children. We've been purely Trivium. So on my homeschool course of study, it's divided into 3 columns, and those columns are labeled School, When, and then Books/Info. So, I'm sorry, Subjects, When, and Books/Info. So underneath Subjects is just the name of each subject that we're going to be teaching for that school year. And then underneath When is which days of the week we're going to teach it, because not every subject is going to be every school day, because look, that's a lot of subjects there. Alright, and then Books/Info is what books or materials we're using then, and any other notes that I want to record. So, for example, the first thing under Subjects is Bible, When, Daily, and then Books and Info. So, the books we're using is the King James Bible, and we're also doing Family Bible Studies daily. Each child reads 4 or more chapters a day on their own, and each child will write several full Bible essays for the school year. Next subject is Devotional, When, twice daily. Under Books, Morning and Evening by Spurgeon. And we continue on. Like the next one is Grammar, Writing, and Spelling. When, Mondays and Wednesdays. And then I have the children's grades that they're in, and which grammar and writing books that they're doing this year. And then I have, for spelling, we use graded spelling lists. It is on the public domain. It is free, and it's spelling lists for all of the years of school. All right. And then, yeah, we continue on. If you keep going down, Math, Daily, and then it lists the books that they're in this year. Science is Tuesdays and Thursdays, and this year in Science, we're going to go through part of the Kingfisher Science Encyclopedia, etc. So, yeah, that's my course of study. All right, so the next page after that is a couple pages listing the children's copywork assignments. And the most of the copywork are various scriptures, but we have other things in here, things to memorize, states and their capitals, the 7 continents, anatomy, various things like that. So I just have that all listed on here, and I just keep a little flag that marks where we are. All right, and then the next page after that are my children's reading lists, and I tend to make the reading lists longer than how many books I expect that we're actually going to get done for the academic year. And then any books not done from that year just roll over to the next year's reading list. And I learned early on to do that because when your child has finished the whole reading list and you're only halfway through the year and you're scrambling to put together another reading list, it's not very fun. So I overplan their reading lists. For example, my 11th grader, he's going to be in a book this thick with small writing as his first book. So that may just be the only book, or that and one other book might be the only books that he does for our academic year. So we'll see. All right, and then after that, and by the way, how I figure my children's reading lists is 3 things. 1, if there is a book that I think that my child needs to read, it goes onto their reading list. 2, I will often pick books on the reading list that go with something that we are studying or with specific topics. And 3, if there is an area where my child may need more study in, then I'll put more books on that in their reading list. So the reading lists are tailored to each of my children individually each year. Okay, and then the next page after that is called Bible Essay Topics. So they will be writing a Bible essay every month or 2, and this is just a list of topics that I'll be assigning for their Bible essays. All right, and then after that we get into my my daily planning, I guess you could say, my lesson planning. And I have this printed on the printer, and a lot of times, if not most of the time, the lesson planning is just going to be the same. So I don't need to reprint out lesson planning every single week. Some weeks I might, but most of the time I do not. And if I don't want to print it out, I can just write it out. But I'm really getting the hang of how to print for a Happy Planner, so I can print things out pretty fast now, double-sided at the correct dimensions, get it cut and punched in a matter of minutes. So here is Monday's lesson plan. And then, these just list the subjects and what we're doing for that day. Here's Tuesdays and Wednesdays lesson plans. And here is Thursday's lesson plan. And I don't lesson plan on Fridays because that is informal. All right, and then I just have some blank sheets of paper if I want to write in lesson plans instead of printing them, or if I need to write in any notes. And that concludes the homeschool section of my planner. The next section is budget, and here's that divider. And I keep a little magnetic bookmark here on the top because sometimes I need to clip pages to the inside of this divider often enough that I just always keep that there for when I need it. All right, and then the first thing inside budget is my budget guide. And then I have a scripture at the bottom that says, "The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil," Proverbs 31:11. And the budget guide just lists our reoccurring expenses and which paychecks each month do we pay which expenses on. All right, and so then after that, I just have a whole bunch of note pages, not any specific inserts. So I'm just going to turn to the back, just a variety of different note papers. I'll write the date of the check that I'm budgeting for at the top. I will look at my budget guide and make a list of the current expenses. Then I'll look at my monthly view calendar in this planner, which you'll see in a little bit, and write down, okay, here's what's coming up this week that's going to be extra expenses. Could be birthday parties, etc. All right, so that's my budget section. So the next divider is labeled notes. And this is my notebook. I have a complete notebook in my planner as well. So going inside notes, I have a project tracking page where I usually almost always have a page in the front of notes where I'm tracking long-term projects. And then after that, I have a table of contents. And then all of the pages after my table of contents up to this red top tab here are numbered. And then anything on those pages, I just write down what's on each page and the pages and number. So a lot of people in their planners will have ABC file systems where they'll have ABC divider tabs, and then they just put in their various miscellaneous things alphabetically behind those tabs. I find that takes up too much room in my planners, so I just do a table of contents and number my pages. So turning past that, we turn to my top tab, this little dashboard, again from the Happy Planner Girl line from last year. And on the other side of this, if I turn it, it brings me to my brain dump section. And I have to regularly go through this because there are things that are no longer applicable. It's also my scratch paper section. So turning past my brain dump and chicken scratch, I also keep extra filler paper in this section. So whenever I need more filler paper for my budget, my groceries, homeschool, recipes, and anything, I grab it from here. And when my little extra amount of filler paper runs low, then I just add more. Alright, and that's what's the rest of my notes section. So my next divider is labeled contacts. And this is my phone and address book. So I just have them all typed up in a file on my computer, and then that way I can just print them out and put them in here. So I don't use contact inserts now because I don't want to always have to rewrite my contacts because every once in a while I have to go through it. So I just have them on a file and I print them out. And then if there's anyone new I need to add, I write them in, and then the next time I print out my contacts, I update my contacts on my computer and then print it out. So, but in the before my phone and address book in my contacts section is a section called directions. And this is just directions on how to get places where maybe I find it kind of tricky. I need some reminders. And right now I only have one in here, and this is to a friend's house where their house is just so complicated that I still have trouble getting to. So these are just little hints to remind me where to turn when. So I can look over before I leave, and then I can always have one of my kids or whoever was with me, a friend, to be my navigator, to read off my cues. So yeah, and then after that's my phone and address stuff. So turning past that, my next divider is labeled planning. And I think you can guess what this section is. This is the planner. Alright, so going inside here, we have the welcome page by Happy Planner. This is the official first page in this Happy Planner from Michaels. And yeah, it just says, you know, this Happy Planner belongs to, and then you're supposed to put in your name. I never fill these out. I just leave them blank. Its only purpose being in here is because on the other side we have the 2018-2019 yearly calendars. I like having these in here. If I want to see, you know, what day is such and such on and such month or whatever, then I can just turn here and look quickly instead of turning to the month. Alright, and then after that, I just have several sheets of day on one page. These are from the Happy Planner Girl line, so that's why they look a bit different, but they do still sell day on one page inserts that look a bit different than this. I saw them at Michael's just the other day. And over here is a July dashboard. Each month has a dashboard where you can fill out. I don't fill these out. I forget they exist. They just stay blank. So it doesn't matter to me that there's like a July dashboard, but there's no July month over here. There's several sheets of daily pages. Doesn't matter. I don't use the dashboards. So then, of course, flipping past that, we come to the July dashboard. This is the month that I am in right now. And this divider says, she has fire in her soul and grace in her heart. I'm neutral on the quote, but what I like about this divider is the florals. I love florals. And then, so we turn to my July, which is past. August, current month we're in, again, blank dashboard. I don't fill them out. And here's the August divider. It says, life is lovely and so are you. I think that's cute if I'm telling that to someone, but telling it to myself would be a bit weird. So it's an okay divider word-wise. I love the florals. And then my current August planner, I don't know if I can show much to you. So yeah, my current month on 2 pages. And let me turn to a blank month on 2 pages so you can see what they look like in this particular planner. There. Yes, here's one where I have nothing written anywhere. This is what the blank month on 2 pages look like in this planner from Michaels. It is my favorite month on 2 pages ever from Happy Planner yet. I really like it. So now this right here is my page finder. It also was from the Happy Planner Girl line last year. So that flips me to my week on 2 pages. So here's my Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which is today. I just keep a little flag here at the top of what day I'm currently on so my eyes can just go directly to it, and that's just a little note to myself. And then here on the other side, I just have a project life card that says to-do, it's a little to-do list. And then this is my Happy Planner Girl page finder. And then after that is my laminated master schedule, double-sided. So here's the other side of my master schedule and the second part of the week. I don't pre-fill out my week, I go day by day. And sometimes I need more space than what this gives me, in which case I'll take one of those daily pages that I just showed you at the beginning of the planner section, or I'll just stick in one of the to-do lists from the back of my dashboard, or just stick in another sheet of blank paper, whatever would work best for me in this situation. So let me show you what a blank week on 2 pages look like in this planner. And I love the floral accent here in the corner. I'm not a major decorator. I am a very functional planner, but I do like pretties. So I like having a planner that's already pretty for me, and the pretties don't get in the way where I need to write, so that's nice. Alright, so the September divider says, the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. Again, not too crazy on the quote, kind of neutral on it, it's okay. And that's what that divider looks like. And then October says, time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time, and here's that divider. And then November. December, I hate this divider, comfort and joy, because it's too seasonal and Christmassy, and I do not partake in the pagan festivity known as Christmas. Alright, and then the next divider, your future looks bright. I love the florals. And then February, this is my probably favorite divider in this planner currently. March, be authentic. This one might be my favorite. I might like this one better. I might make that into a dashboard later, who knows. Alright, if not now, then when? Wow, I love this one too. Okay, so 3 favorites so far. May is gorgeous. And then June, be your own kind of happy. That's kind of cute. Alright, so I have 12 months in here of month on 2 pages, and then their weeks on 2 pages, so a full year. And then after that, I have a sheet of note paper, and on the other side of this paper, I have it labeled at the top 2019 plus, and this is where I put down my future planning. So I'm just going to show you the back of this, because in the front of this I already have some future planning written on this page. And then after that, I have happy things inside. It's a double-sided Happy Planner pocket, and this was from the Happy Planner Girl line last year. So in the front here, got a fold-up piece of paper, which is my daughter's wish list, because her birthday's coming up. And then I just have some cardstock with some washi tape on it. And on the other side, got an extra paper clip. And then I got a magnetic bookmark should I need it anywhere. And then in here, I just have Avery dots, Avery labels, and whole reinforcement stickers for binders. Because whole reinforcement stickers for binders will work with the discs as well. If you have a hole that rips out on one of your pages, you can take one of the donut hole reinforcement stickers that you use for binders, just stick it over the hole, and then just cut or rip the stem, and it's good as new. So those are handy. And in the back, I just have a top loading pocket that I made with my laminator and some vellum paper. And I just have some extra flags and tabs on it. And this is where I stick on my Happy Planner pen holder and my pen. And of course my pen is the Pilot Precise V5 Extra Fine in black. It is still my favorite pen. And inside this top loading pocket, I just keep various little papers or bills that are waiting to be paid. And then I just have a little paper clip on the top. So then we come to the inside of the back cover, which sometimes I use as my front cover. And this concludes the tour of my current planner and its setup. Have a blessed day.